What's going on, YouTube? This is Arman, and this is the first time actually I'm trying to do something spontaneous, like record a long form video. I usually don't do stuff like this, probably because of laziness, if I'm 100% honest with you. And right now I've got my coffee, sitting outside. Was inspired to make this video because of a friend actually who I saw made a long form content after a long time. She hadn't been active for a few years and then suddenly came out with a video on a travel experience she had. Anyways, that's besides the point. I want to talk about expression, self-expression as a means to ending the struggle. And it comes on the heels of an experience I've had the last week or so. I was really consistent with my diet, really consistent with waking up early. And then I went on a trip, and then I started negotiating those standards with myself. So on the trip, I had to reset. I had to recognize that I was going in the wrong direction. And the way I knew that I was heading the wrong direction was that I started hiding from responsibilities. I started not doing the things I promised myself I would do. Whenever you get into a cycle like that, whenever I get into a cycle like that, I realize that I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. It's the voice of my conscience that is telling me what has been not working. It tells me super clearly that, okay, this direction you're headed in is not the right direction. It's kind of like a GPS. When you go the wrong turn on a Google Maps, it tells you, do a U-turn. Take a U-turn, just go around, go in the right direction. But the thing is, when you make a mistake in your own life, or I make a mistake in my life, that voice starts to get louder and louder. That's where having that awareness of you're not the voice inside your head, but also having the conviction to follow through with what your conscience is telling you. I'll give you an example. Let's say the last week, right, I was eating too many junk foods. And the conscience is telling me, oh, you need to stop this. And it's not just the voice in the head, it's my body as well telling me that, this is not feeling right, or you're eating too much. So the body and also the conscience are trying to communicate what is actually going on within the body. And it comes down to being able to listen and follow that advice. When I don't follow that advice, I find myself feeling more regret and feeling more pain. And on top of that, when I don't express myself, when I don't talk to my circle, when I don't reach out to my mentors, I find that I'm stuck in this one perspective about who I am and what I can do. Really, when I get into a cycle of struggle, it's easy for me to think that this is just who I am. This is just what I do. This is what my life is about. This is my identity. This always happens. So why should it be any different this time? But that is just the story. That is the story that continually repeats itself. I am either listening to the voice or I am the voice. And the voice I'm talking about is that judgment. It's the false identity. It's that socially conditioned piece of us that has all these beliefs about why you're not good enough, why you can't do it. All it really takes is, I've noticed, is to have somebody else that offers you a different perspective. Like this morning, I was having a call with my mentor, and he was just like, just share it. Once you share a struggle, it becomes an experience. It becomes something that you can share with others. Also, when you're not sharing, it's selfish. because somebody else could be going through that very same thing, because we all have a piece of the same mind. Somebody else could be going through that very same thing that you're struggling with, but your cowardice, your lack of courage, your lack of love for yourself and that other individual will keep you in that same pattern. Patterns are meant to be broken. They're meant to be worked through. So let's say if there's an obstacle in your life, something that you're struggling with, that's the very same thing that will allow you to grow. For me, in the recent past, it's been expressing myself authentically and truly. And that's something that I feel like in our society, or in general, in the world, in the society, it's not encouraged to do. You know, men are encouraged to be masculine, they're encouraged to be strong, not show their emotion. And I've actually been usually on the other opposite of that. Like, I've been more, I wouldn't say expressive, but more in tune with my emotions, just because I meditate a lot, I journal a lot. I'm highly self-aware, but I'm not highly self-expressive, especially when it comes to talking to other people. Now, the standard is not that high, because the average person is just numb and in pain and doesn't even know it. For me though, I find the next stage is all about just sharing everything, feeling power, feeling victory, as well as feeling the pain and regret that comes with discouragement and failure. Being able to express that as well, being able to share this journey, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I'm not here to share the highlights of my life. I'm here to share everything. You know, I have 24 hours in a day, and if I only share with you the highlights, you're not getting to see the whole truth. And truth is really what we are. Truth is what I'm actually after. The truth of who I am, the truth of what life is about, the truth of what it means to be of service. And to me in this moment, what truly it means to be of service is to express myself fully, take some risks like I'm doing with this video right here. I'm not even gonna edit this, I'm just gonna throw it out there, see what happens. And you know what? To truly live is to take a sip of coffee, freshly brewed. I used AeroPress. It's this technology, or this like little portable machine where you press down, and I don't know how it works, but it makes the coffee taste so good. It's not bitter, it's not acidic, it's just like this smooth texture with the full rich aroma. Look at me. Listen to me, I sound like a coffee expert. I know absolutely nothing about coffee other than this cup tastes better than all the other coffees I get at the store and stuff. So, at the coffee shop, I mean. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Just playing around with this long video format, I actually did really enjoy it. And maybe there will be more of these, maybe there will not. But definitely will be sharing more of what's going on, other than just the highlights, to inspire you, to help you step into your authentic self and express yourself fully, because the world needs more of that.